As I reflect on my life, its meaning is very much associated with the life of this river. I think probably like most people who come to Colorado, was initially enamored with the mountains, the beauty of the majestic peaks out to the west. But after a few years, I discovered the canyons east of here, along the Purgatoire River. It was just amazing to me, the beauty and the mystery. And from that time on, I would head east. Basically, my life felt like everything had come unraveled. I had just gone through a divorce, and that was a really devastating thing to me, just because it was something that I just never imagined I would experience. I felt like I needed to do something to regain a sense of mooring and a sense of identity. So I thought that I'd just start walk along the course of the Purgatoire River. I really was feeling like a lost soul, journeying through purgatory. Walking upstream was an important part of it. And for me, at that time, walking alone was an important part of it. I wanted to be vulnerable. There's something about feeling in danger that makes you more alert and makes you more aware and sensitive. And I wanted to hear something. So I hiked upstream, and all the way along, the river did teach me. Just the way the river flows, the way the river adapts to the terrain and finds a way through obstacles. One of the biggest lessons that I learned from walking along the river was that you can't know the river by just being in one spot. In this particular spot, the river is shallow and it's fairly slow right now. But there are other places where it forms a big, deep pool, and there are places where it's really rapid, almost violent. And I started thinking, okay, that's like a life. That's like my life. Just because I was going through a churned up, violent feeling, that didn't define me. It helped me to see that, yeah, this is what's happening right now, but this is not who I am. I'm everything from the place where my life flows out of the mystery of the universe to the place where it flows back into the ocean. For the last 6 years, I've been very involved with the effort to prevent the Army from expanding the Pinyon Canyon Maneuver Site out east of Trinidad. If it were to happen, it would become the largest live fire range in the world. The big map that the Army has is 6.9 million acres, and it would extend all the way to the Oklahoma and Kansas borders. It would displace 17,000 people who would just have to go find someplace else to live their lives. We've come up with some neat, creative ways to fight the thing, including the sale of 1 square inch pieces of Pinyon Canyon, and that's pulled in thousands of property owners who the Army has to deal with if they try to acquire the land. None of that has caused the Department of Defense to say, okay, we give up, but I think we've really held our own. Now, for me, it was a no-brainer. By then, I felt such a connection and such a love for the river and for that country. It was almost like a patriotic feeling. This is my land, my place. This is my bit of creation that is being threatened. The more threatened our environment becomes, the more we're realizing how precious and how dependent we are on our environment, not just in a physical way, but in a emotional and psychological sense. I just don't think that we can be the human beings that we want to be without having a good, caring relationship with the earth.